Hi, my name is Boris and welcome to Cosmic Trading. And today we're going to cover AMD, Nvidia, SPX, and SMH. Let's start with AMD real quick. Now, as you can see, we did end up using this level 1 downtrend as support, and it is because it's an overall downtrend of about 400 days, which is why it's so strong. So we have about 4% before we encounter the white line. If we do, we may have a little struggle to break it, but we'll see. If the market is very enthusiastic, we'll break through without a problem, because right now tech are being given a break because of the tariff 90-day break. So let's see what happens. It's gonna be a juicy week like always. Now let's move on to Nvidia. All right, Nvidia has another 4 to 5% to the upside before we reach gap with 2, and another 13% to the upside before we reach gap with 2. Now if things go south, we have another 14% to the downside before we retest the downtrend line. But I think we should be fine, because right now the outlook looks different. Now let's move on to SMH. All right, the level 6 downtrend held, and we had a nice little bounce there. It's time to update this downtrend because there has been a lot of change, and we had a nice little bounce here. So let's do that real quick. Alright, the overall downtrend looks to be trading at level 3 right now, and because of the large gap of uncertainty, this overall downtrend seems to be at a level 3 right now. So that's where we're gonna encounter the most resistance. And right now we seems to be struggling with this, but we should be able to pass through it like butter. We have about another 6% to the upside for gap with 2, and about 10% to the upside for gap with 1. So let's focus on gap with 2, another 6% to the upside, and that will be awesome if we do happen to do that, which is around 214 area. Oh boy, that's not good for me. I sold a call at 210. I should have sold it further. We'll see what happened. Either way, it doesn't matter to me. I'm still gonna make a lot of money. Anyways, now last but not least, let's check SPX. So like I said, we are gonna use this red line as support. We did exactly that. It's funny how accurate I've been on pretty much almost every day at this point, ever since this green bounce, ever since this. But anyways, I shouldn't keep tag because eventually I'm gonna be wrong a couple times. Anyways, we have about another 3% to the upside before we encounter some major resistance. So if you're very bearish, I would be very careful around this area. The market might change sentiment, but if the market doesn't, we can pass through this, and we have about I would say another 7% to the upside. Anyways, I wish you the best this week. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you next time.